Judging by the Instagram stories, but there's a lot of good breaks. Obviously, we made a few changes in the, a lot of changes in the rugby department. John's obviously come in as head coach. I know a lot of you met him last week, but we want to formally announce to the team meeting. So John's come in as head coach, supported by Jason, the attack coach, Jason Strange, Tom Smith as our forwards coach. Obviously, Dwayne has moved up from the academy into a full-time role as scrum coach, and obviously supplemented and supported by Podgy as the full-time defence coach. So I'm just going to hand straight over to John.
Morning, boys. Just a quick one. Well done last week when you started. A lot of our running results were really good. For us, it's time now to just looking at new challenges, to restart and rethink what we're going to do. All right, when you look at how we went last year, finished off really well, but part of the year we probably underachieved. So we're going to make sure we rethink about the way we play the game. And there's some new challenges. So it's more so about how we're going to challenge you guys to get better in your position and everything we do on and off the field. It's really important that we keep doing things that are really good. I know there's been a lot of different coaches that have come through here in the last 8 seasons. As a new coaching group, we need to look at the things that are good in the program. And there's a lot of those things. We're going to keep that. It's up to me as a new coach to learn them. It's up to the other new coaches, new players, to learn what you guys did last year. And you just showed towards the end of last season, how things were working in the program. The other thing we need to do is stop doing some things. So at the end of last year, there were a few areas that stopped you guys from progressing and slowed you guys down. Those little 1%ers around the place we want to try and fix. And just the last one, start doing. So we'll start playing the game a little bit differently, and that will start today with some of the drills that we'll do. So for us, yes, it's good at the moment, but it's about where we're going to head to. So if we just keep doing the same stuff, we're going to end up being the same. So it's up to us to change a little bit of our focus of what we're going to do in the program. When I knew I was coming in March, I started to look very closely at the games, and you can see within those games that there's a real strong mentality here, quite a good culture that's being built. If you didn't have that against Power at home without the ball in the last 10 minutes, you wouldn't have won that game. Half-time down, 2 injuries, 20-6 in that final. If you weren't strong as a group, you wouldn't have got there and won that. So, yes, it is good, but for me it's about challenging us now to get better, to take it to the next level. So if there's a continuum here where selfless is down one end, that means absolute team man does everything for the team, and selfish down the other end where the person does everything for themselves, you will sit along there somewhere. Alright, so have a think about where you'd sit. The true champions, they do things that people don't see. Alright, whether it's their dietary stuff, getting good sleep, anything they do that's off the field. A lot of flashy players will come out and do some extras in front of coaches when we're here. I'd much rather the little areas that you guys do away from here. Alright, so just start thinking a little. I'm going to challenge you guys to get better as players. This goes for all the staff as well. There's a lot of things we can do better each week. If you just sit here and you don't move and you don't get better, there'll be another group of players sitting here again next year, because that's just the way it goes. So again, be ambitious. If we got 4 centres, be the best centre. Alright, if you've played 50 games here and you haven't played a test match, well, there's where you want to head. If you've played 5 test matches, you want to play 50 test matches, and so on. And if you're in there, and if you're the best in Wales, why not play for the British and Irish Lions? So you need to be ambitious about what you do. The only thing I haven't put in there, we need to have some fun throughout it. Winners have parties, losers have meetings. I hope we have a lot of parties this year, because we're going to play a little bit differently and do the right thing and enjoy what we do with you mates.
On the next sack. Watch out for them. Arden on the side. Watch out. Evo, move that shit.
Part-timer, isn't it?
12, 13, 14, 15.
Brought them in last week. It was a testing week where we got all our medical screening, fitness testing done and dusted. It was great to see that the boys have come in back in great condition. They've clearly been doing a bit of work in the off season. We've got a 4-week general prep phase now where the boys are really building that base. We had a cracking session this morning, our first on-field red session, conditioning session, which the intensity was through the roof, and just glad to see how the boys are responding. There seems to be a fantastic buzz about the place with the new players coming in as well as coaching staff, and it seems to be a place where we're really kicking on where we left off last year, which is good to see. We've had a cracking new recovery centre put in, which allows us to really help the boys recover from post matches and training sessions. We've had added members of staff into the strength and conditioning department, which really allows us to build certainly in our academy department. Speaking to John in terms of how the style of play, it's not going to be a million miles away from what we've done in the past. You know, we've got a squad, you know, a united squad. There's consistency there, so the style of play we're going to be after is very much about being able to you know, ball in play, making sure boys are well conditioned to play at that intensity, and also just making sure the boys have that repeatability, certainly from a strength and power perspective, you know, for the full 80 minutes. So, you know, the players that have come into the environment, they're certainly physically in good condition as well, which is really going to bolster the squad further. And yeah, it's an exciting place to be at the moment.
Touch there, new ball, go! You know, with the success the team and the players had last season, is a hell of a lot of talent in the back line, and you know, what I'm personally looking to do is just try and enhance that and continue to challenge the players and make those as good as they can be. But yeah, I'm pretty fortunate. It's a quality group to work with, and really looking forward to getting in amongst that. You know, I think it's exciting times ahead. Definitely want to play an exciting brand of rugby, lots of ball movement. Want to play the game in the right way, and yeah, take a lot of hard work. But I'm sure we'll make good progress throughout this pre-season. You know, some I've worked with since they were 16, 17, and you know, not only are they good players, but you know, they've got a real good work ethic and desire to get better, which is always good traits to have. And yeah, I'm sure we'll see lots of good things from them. You know, not just this season, but longer term and going forward in the game.